Hey, it's Jay Morrison, and I am back for another episode of Ask Jay. This is episode 15. If you don't know who I am, just Google me. I am a real estate developer, investor, wealth educator, author, TV personality, philanthropist, social activist, man who wears many hats and believes in solutions, believes in equality, believes in assets over everything, financial responsibility, loving people, serving people. So I'm a pretty interesting dude, and I have fun sometimes. I goof off, all that good stuff. So you get to see a lot of that in these Ask Jay episodes if this is the first one you're watching. I start off every episode with a motivational message of the day. So it's our Ask Jay motivational message of the day. And what I want to say to everyone is, as you're searching for wealth, hopefully, ownership, whether that be home ownership or multiple home ownership or business ownership or any kind of ownership, you got to understand there's going to always be risk. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. And so a lot of times people shy away from even the simple thing is owning your own home, right? A simple, very simple, basic thing. People shy away from even pursuing that because they don't want the responsibility of owning a home. But as I put on the Instagram post earlier, if you don't accept the responsibility of owning a home, you can't get any of the perks either, like the cash flow from other rental units, like the tax advantages, like the principal paid down from paying down your mortgage, like the appreciation of the property over time, or any equity created in the property through renovation. So you can't participate in any of the perks of home ownership, and the fact that you get to own the land, the ownership, the moral intangible of it all, owning your air rights, owning your mineral rights, right? So these are all things that you get as a perk. As opposed to a renter, all you get is the roof over your head temporarily until your lease is up or until your landlord or the lord of your land can evict you. You're really exposed and vulnerable as a renter, as opposed to being a landlord, a lord of my land, as we say. So that's with everything, though. Even in owning a business, like, there's a lot that comes with this. Like, and many of us know as entrepreneurs, there are hiccups, there are hurdles, there are finance, there's just a million things that go on in being a successful entrepreneur. But I take it all on gladly because I'm willing to pay the cost to be the boss. So that's the motivational message of the day. It's like, be willing to pay the cost to be the boss. If you want to be the boss of that house, you got to deal with the leaky faucet or a leaky roof, or when it snows, shoveling, or when the leaves fall, raking, mowing lawns. That's just the cost of being a boss. That's the cost of being lord of your land. If you want to own your own business, there's going to be a cost to that. If you want to be a TV personality or a YouTube sensation, or you want to go viral, or you want to be whatever it is, there's a cost to that. There's a cost to being on the front line. And if you're not willing to bear that cost, then there's no space for you. You don't need to be in that space at all. And so for me, I got tough skin. I'm built tough. I have a lot of tenacity, a lot of resilience, a lot of persistence, a lot of great characters that my mom instilled in me young, and that the hood instilled in me young, and everything that I've been through made me me. And so I can sit in this seat comfortably with all the pressure from running multiple businesses, multiple social enterprises, being on camera every day, as well as other bigger platforms. I'm on national TV. I debated Judge Janine on Fox News. I've been on Anderson Cooper, Wolf Blitzer, NBC's Today Show, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But those aren't like no easy things to do, especially with no experience, right? But I do them, and I pay this cost because I believe that God meant great things for me, and I have to maximize my talents. So that's me being a leader, me being a boss, and I'm willing to take everything that comes with it. So with that motivation for you, we got Chris Darden, the youngest in charge, young mobile CEO, behind the camera, and let's get to our first of 5 Ask Jay questions of the day.
Gotcha. So the first question is from Twitter @NetworkKick.
Okay.
And they want to know, can you be a new agent and start a career in luxury real estate?
Of course.
And how do you become successful in that field?
You certainly could be a new agent and target the luxury market. To be successful in that field, you will need mentorship, you will need training, you'll need to soak up a lot of game from experienced agents, find the best agent in your market and duplicate a lot of what they do, right? Work backwards is what we say. So that's one way for you to start to be successful, is find out what has been working, what has been a successful model in a luxury market, and then duplicate that and learn from that person or persons and study those people. And so that would be, I would say, my path to least resistance for you.
Gotcha. Question 2 is from YouTube.
Okay.
Kimberly Navarro.
That's the Kim who told me that I need to be prepared in the beginning of my intros, and that I need to, that's the queen who said also need to review my questions, which I won't do. But go ahead. Hi, Kim.
What avenues do you suggest I take to market myself? First self-published book of poetry, The Heart of a Woman book of poetry, and would you come to my book signing November 14th at the Boathouse Cafe in Passaic, New Jersey?
I can certainly check my schedule for November 14th, and if I'm in New Jersey and have time in that slot, I commit. Yes, I will come to your book signing if my schedule permits. 2, in regards to self-publishing, doing what you just did is great. Reaching out to other people with platforms and brands and seeing how you can cross-brand with them. Schools, whether it be colleges, high schools, are another great way. Promoting your YouTube channel, reading your poems on YouTube, getting others. Maybe that could be a great campaign for you, is to reach out to people with big YouTube channels or big Instagram or Facebook followings and ask them to maybe recite a poem for you or something to that effect. See what you can offer them in return as a barter, so you don't have to pay, or so there's a what's in it for them kind of thing. Like, I always believe in making negotiations and deals where I know it's in it for the other person, not just myself. So I would say, find other authors and poets who also have brands and see where you guys can collaborate. I think cross collaboration is a great way for a self-published author to get exposure, as well as putting visuals to their content. So those would be some tips that I would give you. I'm trying to think of anything else that I did for my book. And then if you have any other previous material that you could give away or offer out so people get familiar with you, that could be another great idea, is to give people a little snippet or sample of previous book or poem or work, and then kind of bait them in that way.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Queen.
Question number 3 is from YouTube, and Jack Johnson wants to know, do you think studying accounting can help in your type of business?
I'm sure it could help, studying accounting. And I do some picking at best practices in accounting, but what I teach and what I've learned and what I tell anyone under my tutelage is that we want to become the expert at hiring experts. An accountant who does that accounting all day, every day, and deals with different clients and their scenarios is going to have, way much more experience than I do in accounting. So although I like to be well-grounded and I have a pretty solid knowledge base, I still rely on the experts for expert advice on expert niches or niches within their field. So I would always rely on my accountant before myself, but it could always help, yes.
All right. Next question is from Instagram at @dsmith27. In regards to your business and looking for talent, would you hire someone who has a felony? And what's your stance on employers who discriminate on hiring people with a felony on their record?
Well, in regards to my personal businesses, I would certainly hire someone with a felony if they were talented and had integrity and had all the other qualifications we look for. In every single one of my companies, there's at least one person with a felony. Me. So I hire myself, and I have a felony, so I can't discriminate against the next person. And I have 3 felonies actually, so I'd be like triple discriminating. And what was the other part of the question? It was, would I hire someone? And
right. The other one is also, what's your stance on employers who discriminate on hiring people with a felony on their record?
I think that's part of the problem in our society, is that we make people pay their debt to society, but we make them pay it forever. Like, you say, my debt is 7 years, my debt is 3 years or 6 months, but now you want me to pay a lifetime of debt where I can't have the rights that I once had or that I should have. So the crazy part is a lot of those employers who won't hire someone with a felony will use use that same person's prison labor while they're in prison, but won't hire them when they're in the free world. So it's really a tragedy for real, and shame on them. That's what I say.
Gotcha.
Everyone deserves a second chance or third chance or whatever it is. It's about who you are. There's plenty of people that don't have felonies that are working in jobs and suck, but there's plenty of us who've made mistakes, young, old, or whatever, who are very talented. So that's what it's about.
Question number 5 is from Facebook. Dwight Smith would like to know,
Dwight,
how well do you take criticism? Because I don't take it very well.
I forcefully take it well, meaning that when I'm criticized, instinctively I do not like it. Like, even when the Queen Kim, even though I asked for constructive criticism and she gave it to me, I instinctively was like, I wasn't feeling that. But I understand, to be great, you must take constructive criticism. And her criticism was actually good. So you got to have thick skin, and you got to be willing to listen to the opinions of others, not be a know-it-all. You just can't take praise all the time. Like, one thing I learned, one of my jail stories, is you got to take a yes like a no. I mean, you got to take a no like a yes, right? So part of the story is, like, a lot of times, like, so when we were in jail, we make something called a hookup. Some people call them like cheat-cheese or whatever they call them in different states, but we call it a hookup, right? When I was in jail in Maryland. And so that's like oodles and noodles and jalapeno cheese and like honey and like Slim Jims and tuna or canned roast beef, like all these weird things in one concoction that was like better than jail food, like better than your your mess hall food. So anyway, sometimes you'll get someone that doesn't have as much as you, or someone that you're cool with, and be like, yo, you want to eat with me? Like, come on. You give them some crackers, give them some hookup. Next night, again, you want to eat with me? Come on. Third night, you want to eat with me? Come on. Now the fourth night, they're looking for you to feed them. And they like, yo, Jers, can I get a little something to hook up? I'm like, nah, not tonight. But now they mad with you. So it's like, you were cool with all the yeses. You were smiling, high five, pounds, daps, all types of stuff. But the one time I tell you no, you couldn't take the no like you took a yes. And so that's like part of like constructive criticism. Is like, we gotta be able to take the criticism the same way we take the praise. It all goes with it. So you can't get tight with somebody for telling you no, especially when they've told you yes a bunch of times. But we gotta take it all the same way. It's like, all right, cool. Like, a no's a no, yes is a yes. I'm not a baby. I don't need always to hear yes. So we are grown, we're mature, and we're striving to be great. We can't just expect always to be praised. Oh, Jay Morrison's so great. Some people are gonna be like, yo, I think he's whatever. And so as long as you're not insulting my integrity, I don't have any issue with criticism, because my integrity is always intact. So when you do that, that's offensive to me. But other than that, we cool. So take it like a man, King. That's all. So that was number 5 of 5. Ask Jay, episode 15. I love it. We got 90 days of this at least. I'm committing to 90 days. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. If you guys are interested in really like locking me in for one-on-one coaching, you want to be in a driver's seat or passenger seat, virtually anyway, and you want one-on-one coaching from me, go to jmorrison.net. Make sure you're on the J Morrison Academy email list for updates on our new launch that's coming out with 5 new courses. Any investors, you got money but you're just not sure on how to invest it, you need that guidance, again, jmorrison.net. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, share the video, comment below, and like or dislike. There's always this one person that dislikes, and I think that's really their like, because you keep watching, you keep disliking, so you must like it if you keep watching. But it's all good. I could take a no like a yes. Whether you like it or don't, you on my channel. So all good. JM Rep all day, YMC all day. Black love matters, black wealth matters, all love matters. But we are being very intentional about uplifting the morale of the black community as it has been broken. So you all should be able to understand that. And I'm out. Peace.